Hello everyone, Dean here with the Rogue Deck Chronicles, and I'm back with another Rogue Deck Showcase. And I know y'all may be asking, Dean, what is taking you so long to show us a deck that has special conditions? Well, you're in luck. I finally was able to get down Salazzle EX, and honestly I like how this deck plays. And you know this channel, we love our status conditions, especially poison. And this deck actually helps us utilize the poison mechanic since we did lose to Brute Bonnet. But we also are added in the fire package as well. So let's dive into the deck. So of course, I said we are focusing on Salazzle EX. This is a stage 1 fire type EX Pokemon with 260 HP. And it has 2 attacks, it has Nasty Plot for 1 fire energy. Search your deck for 2 cards and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. And then the second one is actually the attack that we are focusing on with Dire Nails. It's for 2 fire energies, 100 damage, but our opponent's active Pokemon is now burned and poisoned, and then we switch this Pokemon with one of our bench Pokemon. So it's a nice hit and run mechanic with burn and poison special conditions. And ideally, we will hit with Dire Nails, and then we will switch into our baby Pecharunt here with Toxic Subjugation. Increases the poison damage by 5 more damage counters. And then we play the Magmortar that came out in Journeys together with Magma Surge, where we put 3 more damage counters for when the opponent's Pokemon is burned. And the cool thing about Magmortar is that this does stack, so if we can get multiple Magmortars on the bench, we can put in 6 more damage counters. Throughout my testing, I'm able to do 200 plus damage, or at least put 200 plus damage on the Pokemon, 100 damage, and then over 100 plus with damage counters alone, and then we can knock out certain Pokemon. And again, with special conditions, we are bypassing the Fezandipiti flip the script. As you know, it only counts if it gets knocked out during your turn. When the special conditions procced, they are during Pokemon Checkup, which is during no one's turn, so we can bypass that. But yeah, this is a really straightforward list. I almost already went through most of the cards already. We play a 4-3 line of the Salandit Salazzle, 2-2 of the Magmortar, 2 of the Petarunts. I have 1 Latias EX just for switching. I play 1 Budew just for the early game. We like to go second, try to item lock them. That way we can get our board set up too. Because again, with a lot of the meta decks out there, we are very slow. But because we're not doing a lot of damage, we're really relying on having our opponents set up and taking out those knockouts through the special conditions. And then I play 1 Meowth. This is the new staple card for a lot of decks, just to grab our supporters when we need it. Let's go into the trainer cards. So I play 2 Buddy Poffin just so we can get our Salandit and Budew out. Unfortunately, Magmar is 80 HP, and so is the Pecharunt, so we can't get it out that way. We play 2 Energy Switch just because I do play Crispin, and finding a way to move our energy around can be beneficial. 3 Night Stretcher, just grab the pieces we need from our discard pile. 2 Poké Pads to grab our 70 HP non-Roblox Pokemon. 3 Pokégear to grab supporters when we need it. 3 Ultra Ball just to grab any of our Pokemon. And I'm trying out Unfair Stamp. Again, I know I'm kind of doing what everyone else is doing out there, playing the Unfair Stamp as your ace spec. I tried other cards. I tried Secret Box for a while just to get get what we need for that turn. I felt like it was too slow, and we also really need resources in our hand. So I'm going to give Unfair Stamp a shot. I may switch throughout this video, but I've kind of landed on this ace spec for now. It's nothing to do with hand disruption. It's more about, it's really the best ace spec right now in this format. And I play 4 Perilous Jungles just so we can increase our poison damage output. And then for supporters, I play 2 Boss, 2 Crispin, 2 Hilda, 3 Lillie's Determination, and I'm trying out Waitress in this list. So we haven't really seen this card. This came out in Ascended Heroes. And we look at the top 6 cards of our deck and attach a Basic Energy card there to one of our Pokemon. I'm trying this out just because with having 2 fire energy for our attack, attaching is very weird, We can Crispin, but we need to have the other fire energy in hand, and just grab our other energy types to thin out maybe. But Waitress, with that, if we find the energy, we can attach it to our Salazzle, manual attach for turn, and we should be able to power up a Pokemon in one go. We play one Air Balloon just for switching options. We can put it on our Salazzle. We can put it on our Magmortar just so we can retreat and not relying on the Latias EX. And then for our energy count, I play 3 Dark and 8 Fighting, or 8 Fire. The reason why I have the Dark energy in there is that we could attack with a Pecharunt if we need to, just in case. Also, it procs Crispin. We need 2 energy types for Crispin. Crispin is such a great supporter in any deck right now. So I feel like it fit perfectly just to help thin out cards. We can use the Dark Energy on the Fezandipiti, on the Pecharunt, on the Magmortar, really anything other than the Salazzle. But this is a really fun hit and run deck. Again, I love our special conditions. We kind of are known to really take advantage of this type of mechanic in this game. But before I go on to show you how the games are, I just have a question for y'all. Are y'all subscribed to this channel? According to our research, most of the people that watch our videos are not subscribed. So if you can, go below and subscribe to our channel, hit that bell whenever we get new videos out. We release videos every Tuesday and Friday, but once in a while we may put in a surprise video or series just because we feel like it. So that way you're up to date and can see all our videos when they first come out. And let your friends know we are a growing YouTube channel. This is a passion project for Dev and I, and we just love putting our thoughts out there, seeing the wacky decks that we play. And I'll tell you, I play these decks to my local league as well. So these are not just ideas that we do on the online client, but I actually play this in real life. For example, if you want to see how I did at a regional, I posted my regional list onto this channel. So go ahead, take a look at my adaptation from what I played in a regional to how I believe that deck can play in this current format. But with all that said, let's go into a ladder and see how Salazzle EX compares to everything else, especially with being burned and poisoned. So I will see you all there. Okay everyone, we're in our first game here with Salazzle EX. We lost a coin flip, so we'll see if we're going first or second. I'm still trying to figure out what is optimal in this format. I think for us, we want to go second because we do play the Budew package. So right now we don't have it, but we'll see what our top deck is. I do have the Air Balloon, so if we top deck it, we can start out with item locking. But we'll start with the Magmar. It's really hard to one-shot that thing, and this does not give us any idea of what we're going against. But we do get a mulligan, so that's good. So we'll take our mulligan, be a Night Stretcher, not really helpful right now. And they start off with their own Budew. Honestly, they don't touch anything else. If we get a Waitress, we can knock this thing out. That will be funny. So we'll see what they do. But for now, we're kind of stuck. Yeah, they don't have anything. Let's see what our top deck is. We have a Fire Energy. Not really helpful right now. But we'll put down the Fez just so we don't get one shot here. Or donked. And I am going to play a Fire Energy. And we'll pass ourselves. Hopefully they don't have anything else this turn. If they don't, then we'll get the early donk here. Not exactly how this plays out, but a game's a game. And they get Lillie, so they'll get a fresh hand. And then we'll see what they're playing. Kind of wish we had this Salandit in our hand. We can at least get going. So they're playing Snorunt. Okay, so this is going to be Greninja EX. So we're probably 2 to 3 shotting this thing. Poké Pad, that would have gave us some of our pieces. What do I want to do? They need to set up some more. I'm just going to attach. I'm going to get the prize card. I kind of want to evolve, but I don't think it will really matter right now. I'd rather just get the prize. Because we do have the Fez, so we're in a decent spot. So, burn thing doesn't matter. We already got the knockout. And let's see what our first prize is. We got a Hilda. So that will give us another energy. Doesn't really help us gain an evolution because we really don't have anything else going on right now. So they'll attach for turn. Okay, so Lucianus. Honestly, our hand was pretty dead. So hopefully we get a better hand. I can't remember what that does. Okay, so we need to flip. Okay, we get 3 cards. Then we got a Pecharunt. Okay. And we got a Buddy-Buddy, so we can at least get our board set up this turn. So we could potentially get paralyzed here. And we do. Okay. So we'll play down the Pecharunt. We'll get Buddy-Buddy here. We have 2 Buddy-Buddies. So we'll just get our board set up here. Honestly, I may want to Waitress. We'll grab an energy while we're the other 5 cards just so we see. Okay. And we'll put it on our Salandit. That way we can probably get that set up here. Oh, we can't retreat. Can I retreat when I'm paralyzed? I guess we can. I thought we could. And we'll end turn. I thought you could retreat when you're paralyzed. I don't see this mechanic that much. But it's fine. So I got the Greninja EX out. So hopefully they don't have Mirage Barrage. They need to get Ignition Energy to get that going. And they don't. They don't really have much going on right now. So they're grabbing cards. We'll get Fez this turn. Okay, we get Pokégear. So let's see what we can get. We get a Lillie. That's honestly perfect for us. So we'll draw 6. Still don't have the Salazzle. If we have a Salazzle, we will be fine. We can start attacking because we do have the energy. And we got it. That's perfect. So we'll do that. We'll put energy here. Night Stretcher. I'm gonna Night Stretcher the Magmar. That way, if we get the Magmortar, we can add to the special conditions. And I think that's all we're gonna do. So we will dye our nails here. Burn poison, and we'll bring up the Pecharunt just to add a little bit more damage to the board for them. So they're not burned anymore, unfortunately. But we can try to one-shot them. Or one more shot will probably knock them out. So they're playing Megalas. So it doesn't really take much for them to knock us out because they're hitting for weakness. But at least that's a 3-prizer versus a 2-prizer, so we'll take that. And if they play Grand Tree, we can get our Magmars out. And we can get another Salandit, or Salazzle. So either one, we have options. And they're just going to Shinobi Blade. Okay. So they're grabbing 2 cards. We'll take another prize. Honestly, we will probably catch up with the prize trade with this, I believe. So we'll promote our Salazzle. because we'll hit for 100 burn, so we can probably knock, and we'll knock this out with status conditions, so that's pretty good here. So, I'm actually gonna play Waitress, see if we get energy. We do. We'll put it on this dude. Let's flip the script, see what we can get. Okay, we'll play Perilous Jungle. What else do we want to do here? I'm honestly thinking we're good with just attacking here. Yeah, let's just do that. So we'll get the knockout because of special conditions. I'll promote the Budew. I don't really need that. They're going to knock out something on my bench anyway, so I think we'll be fine. We'll grab 2 prize cards. We got our Latias, that's good. So they are doing 50, yeah, they're not getting any of our Pokemon out. That's not, our hand's pretty big, so. Their boss up, yep, the Salazzle. No doubt that's where they were going for. The good thing is we do have Hilda for next turn, so we can grab another Salazzle. But I wish we can one-shot this thing. We have nothing in our deck that can one-shot. The best we can do is hopefully we get a Magmortar and then a way to get another Pecharunt this turn. And that's pretty much it. And that's not even one-shot. That's just them trying to get stuff together. Yeah, 900 damage because our hand's pretty big right now. Okay, we'll promote our free retreater here. Get a fire energy. We'll Ultra Ball away a Crispin. And we'll do the 2 Crispins, maybe? Yeah, we'll do the 2 Crispins. I don't really need that for this game right now. We'll grab a Salazzle so we can at least attack this turn. Don't mind getting a Lillie. Okay, let's flip the script, see if we get a Magmortar. We do, so we at least have more damage with that. We got only 1 Pech in the discard. So I'm gonna give away the Energy Switch and the Meowth. Yeah. We'll grab the Pecharunt. We'll bench the Pecharunt. And wish we had a, actually let's play Gear. We'll grab a Lillie's. I'd rather keep my hand because if they try to retreat, even though they probably won't. Gonna knock me out this turn. I need another Salazzle. Let's land it, unfortunately. So I'm going to Lillie's, unfortunately, because I need to get some pieces together. We don't have it. Well, I'm just going to hope they don't have the boss. And we'll just burn and do all our shenanigans here. Retreat into our Pecharunt. Okay, they cure the burn, which is not a big deal. Actually, if they don't have the KO, no, because they'll take out the Pecharunt, and they won't take the 8. The 8 would have got us. Oh, the retreating. Okay. So we have the boss. We can win. Because it seems like they don't have boss. Unless that's just the last thing they have. Okay, they're Lilies. Okay. If we can get the boss, I think we're fine. So the Shinobi Blade, okay. Do a free retreater. Yeah, if we can grab boss, we got game. Salandit. Okay. Let's Pokégear for boss. And let's get game here. Hopefully they'll let us play this out. I'm kind of surprised we got this, to be honest, but I am so glad we did. Promote the Budew. Doesn't matter what we promote, we knock him out, we grab our last 3 prizes. Wow, I can't believe we pulled that off. That's actually really cool. And been able to use the points of damage to our advantage. You saw we added more damage counters to our Pokemon with the status conditions than we did with the actual attack. So yeah, to be able to knock out these megas and these very high HP Pokemon, I'm very happy about that. So I'm glad we're able to start this our games with a win. So let's go into the next game and see how we do. So I'll see y'all there. Okay, y'all, we're in another match here with Salazzle EX. We won the first game. We'll see if we can get this one as well. And it looks like our opponent won the coin flip, which is fine. I feel like we're in a format where people want to go first now. So us going second isn't that bad because we do play the Budew. We'll see if we're able to get it out this turn. Of course we want to start with Magmar again. But if we can get a Latias, we should be fine. And we're going against Festival Lead here. Or not Festival Lead. They have a Zygarde. So this is Hydrapple. So we do hit for weakness. So this is to our advantage here. We got Salandit. That's perfect. We'll play Buddy-Buddy and grab a Salandit and the Budew. And we're going to Lillie's Determination. Hopefully we get some good pieces here. Ooh, not what we're looking for. I'll get the Pecharunt out. I'll attach to the Salandit here for next turn. And I'm just going to end my turn there. We have the Poké Pad, but we can use that to get the Magmortar next turn. I'm hoping we can get a Latias, or at least a way to check to see if we have that in our deck. The Poké Pad will be able to do that for us. So they're going to Dawn. So they're probably going to get a Hydrapple or the Dipplin. Dipplin, Tail Mask, and what was the other card? I didn't see it. Tail Mask, Dipplin, and Meganium. They're not going to be able to get the Meganium because they don't have to force out. But they're going to be able to knock us out, which is fine. Actually, no, they're not going to knock us out. Forgot they don't have the Festival Lead in play. So, okay. gonna do that. And then I'm gonna Lilies again. Hopefully we get some more pieces. We get stuff, but not what we want. Actually, no, we can get this here. So we'll do Magmar, and we'll get rid of a Dark Energy. So we don't have Latias in play, or in our deck. So that will explain a lot of things. But we'll get the Salazzle. At least get that set up here. We'll play one Pokégear. We'll get a Crispin for next turn. And we'll just end our turn. I would have evolved to the Magmortar if we had the Air Balloon, but we do not. So they're going to Hilda, get the Hydrapple, and get another Energy. And because of Ripening Charge, they could heal, but there's no damage on the board right now. Are they even going to attack? Oh, they can't because of Meganium. Okay. So the good thing is we have Salazzle set up. Okay. We got the Hilda. We could get another Salazzle. Rather see if we can get a boss. Could boss up and get the knockout here. But really, it's the Meganium we need knocked out. So we're hitting for 200. Burn, poison. Okay, we'll put that there. And honestly, the Meganium is what's scaring us. I'll put Energy onto the Pecharunt, and then we'll Dire Nails. We'll get the knockout, obviously. But we'll promote the Pecharunt. We have the Energy for Retreat. And we get another Salazzle. So we have Crispin. If we can get Waitress, that could help us out too. Okay, so they got the Meganium back up. So they don't need a lot to knock us out here. So it's interesting. We hit for weakness, but they have a very high damage cap, especially with having that Meganium in play. So they're hitting for 210. So we'll promote. We'll get rid of that, do the jungle here. We'll evolve up. Oh, Crispin. Good thing we have another Dark Energy in our deck. So in our hand, we'll put the Dark Energy in our hand. Because we have Hilda for next turn. So we can get that set up here. And we'll just Dire Nails. I wish we had more set up, but we do not. So I'll send up Budew. We don't really need that for this matchup. So they're still burned, so they have to retreat this turn, which they have a very heavy retreat cost, but because of Meganium, they just need to attach 1 more energy. But we're hitting for 5 damage, or adding 5 damage on here if they don't retreat. So we'll see what they do. Okay, so they're going to try and knock out our Salazzle. They'll probably retreat into the Ogerpon if they have... No, they don't. They'll just attack us. So we have the Salazzle in return because we have the Hilda. And they're still burned. So really, we can get that knocked out by not doing anything. So I kind of like this. So what's in our deck? Okay. So we'll grab these 2 pieces. Do that. And actually, we can itchy them and prevent them from using items here. I actually kind of like that. And then they still get knocked out with status, and if they have a Fez in their deck, they can't play it. So we'll grab 2 more prizes. There's our Waitress. We have another Fire Energy, so if we can get energy off the Waitress, we can power up this other Salazzle. They're playing Dawn, so they don't have boss this turn. That means they're going to knock out the Budew. We can promote the Salazzle and knock that out with conditions as well. They're going to play the Fez, but they can't use it. I don't think they realize that. Yeah, they just attack us. They don't have anything else going on here. They'll go down the 1 prize. Good thing is we can get knocked out with status condition as well. Okay. When we use Waitress, I doubt we'll get anything from this, yeah. We'll do that. We'll Ultra Ball for our Fez. Because we did get knocked out last turn. Did we use it? Oh yeah, we used Waitress. That's right. Okay. Okay. I am just going to Dire Nails. We'll get the knockout because of status. Prevent the flip the script once again. And I am actually going to promote the other Salazzle because I don't want to give them an easy 2 prizer. Or easy prize card because all they need is 1. If they get 2 energy on this Teal Mass, they can attack. So we'll grab our 2 prize cards here. We got an energy. So if we can stay alive, we can attach and attack next turn and get game. But we also have boss, so we can do the Meganium. So as long as our hand doesn't get disrupted, and if we don't get knocked out, we have game in hand. So we'll see what they can do. I'm wondering if they're running low on energy, but they only have 4 energy in the discard. So this is pretty interesting that they're not drawn into their energy. So they got 1, okay. This is 2 enough to knock me out. I'm not sure what the math is on that. Or if they have boss. If they have boss, they have game. So I wonder if they play the Meowth. If they play the Meowth, they'll probably get the boss and get game. But we're forcing them to use pieces here. They do have the Meowth. So they probably have it all. They're probably making sure they have all the pieces in their deck. Again, we hit for weakness, but they don't need much to knock us out. And I kind of wish we would have went 2-2-2, but I was greedy and I went for the Meganium instead of going after the Till Mask. Yeah, and they got game. That's the only way they were able to knock us out. But that was close. We almost had it. We had game on hand if we didn't bench that Pecharunt. But yeah, not a bad showing for a deck like this. Again, the Till Mask engine is actually really strong in this format. So pairing up with any grass attacker is actually a really good choice, especially with the prevalence of Absol Box and Marnie's Grimmsnarl. Playing grass is very strong. So that's a very good meta call for them, and we were able to actually go very far with the Salazzle. So I'm not disappointed with that match. So let's go into another game and see how we do. Okay, y'all, we're in another match here with Salazzle EX. Our opponent's choosing the coin flip. We'll see what it lands. It is tails, and that means we won, so we want to go second. I like playing the supporter going second, and I love the opportunity to play Budew. I know I keep saying it, but it does slow our opponent down while we can set up. So we'll play the Latias. That's perfect. We actually have a pretty decent opening hand. So it looks like we're maybe going against, I'll say, Mega Lucario. So this may be a little difficult because we're not one-shotting them. Or I'm not sure we're two-shotting them. But we'll get our mulligan. Okay. Soul Rock. So they may get the opening attack, but that's fine. Team Rock is Watchtower. That's fine. We actually have a Perilous Jungle to bump that. And is Mega Lucario here. So this is another meta deck that we'll see. And they don't have the Lunatone, so they're a little behind right now. So we'll play the Magmar. Play the Poké Pad. We'll grab the Budew because I want to Budew this turn. We'll go Ultra Ball. Yeah. Let's get rid of the Crispin and I'll do an... I'll do the jungle. The Team Rocket's Watchtower doesn't completely destroy us. It just means we can't play the Meowth, which is fine. We actually have the pieces we need right now, so I'm not too worried about it. Got the Magmortar for next turn. We do need energy though. So let's retreat and just item lock them. And we hit for weakness. Not really a big deal in this matchup, but we prevent them from using any items. They're probably going to do Lilies this turn. That is their best supporter that they can do. And we're going against Mega Zygarde. Okay. So it's this type of deck. And of course, yeah, they have Lilies. Most decks play 3 or 4 Lilies nowadays. It's there for the early setup. So unless they get a Lunatone, they're not attacking. And they're not going to attack. They probably forgot they need Lunatone in play. So we will take that. We got an Ultra Ball here. We'll evolve the Magmortar. Can't do Meowth because we have the Team Rocket's Watchtower here. What do I want to do? I'm actually going to Ultra Ball away the Poffin and probably an Ultra Ball. Yeah, I'll get the Salazzle. We're in no hurry right now. And I'll just Itchy Pollen again. Seems like that really affected them. Slowed them down a little bit. They're not going to be able to play their items to grab that Lunatone. They have to draw into it. They get the boss. Kind of trying to slow us down, so if we get an Air Balloon, we should be fine. And yeah, they're not doing any damage, so we need to get the Air Balloon here. Unfortunately, we do not get it. No point in bossing, so I'm just going to end my turn. If I had the Perilous Jungle, I could bump that stadium and use Meowth EX to kind of draw into what I need. And this is what the break that they needed. So they're going to one-shot us. I believe they're doing 130. Yeah, they're 130, so we're going to get rid of that Magmortar, which is fine. We don't rely on the Magmortar. That's more of a just win more card. Helps us get to our win condition just a little bit faster. The Rocky energy is actually important here because we can't poison that Zygarde now. So that's something to consider. Okay, we're a little bit behind right now. We don't really have many options. I can try to go for the Solrock, get a prize card. Because we're not really doing much with poison right now. So I'm going to do that, just get the easy prize. And I'll go into the Budew. I know they're going to knock it out, but at least I can get the prize here. We get Lillies, it's perfect. That can get us a fresh hand. We can get trying to get rolling again. See who they promote. Man, they have that nullifying zero attack, and they can take out most of my bench if they flip heads. That is pretty scary, to be honest. And they're just going to knock us out. That's fine. Okay, what do we get here? Fire Energy, I'll take that. And then let's Lily's Determination. Get 6 cards. We can bump the Stadium here. Let's play Fez. And flip the script. We get Hilda for next turn. What is in my discard? Kind of tempted to grab the Magmar again. That way I can try to get some more damage onto their EXs. Kind of wish we had Pech. We don't have that option, unfortunately. And I may just be using Magmar as a sacrifice. So 150, if they don't retreat, we can actually get the knockout next turn between turns and get 3 prizes. So they get Pokégear, see if they get anything off of that. The Carmine, okay. Which is actually smart for this deck because they don't mind the switching out, or not switching, the discard of the energy because they have Aura Jab to put it back onto in play. Or you can just get a fresh hand of 5. That's also very good too. Not going to discredit that as well. So they're still poison because it the effect's already there. It just prevents effects of attack. But because it's already on their Pokemon, it stays. But now they're retreating. They're going to try and do Nullifying 0 and take at least 2 prizes off of me. They hit 2. No prize cards. But I have the Air Balloon, so I have at least that to go off of. Let's do that. I may want to get the boss if I can. Put energy there. Let's see what my Pokégears go towards. That's nothing with that. And I do get something, just not the boss. I'll just grab a Hilda, because we can at least get with 100 damage on this thing. Yeah, we'll do this. So let's retreat into this guy. And let's do 100 damage. We're not going to be able to burn or poison them because of rock energy. And we will get into the Magmar. So we'll see how this turns out. So they boss. Honestly, it doesn't really matter unless they're going for the first attack. Because it's all coin flip anyway. Yeah, so they're going to go for the coin flip. So they get 2 prize cards off of us. But yeah, Mega Zygarde's actually working for them. Let's flip to script, see if we get a boss. We have a way to get a boss. Okay. So I'm gonna retreat. So I can at least get 3 prizes off that Mega Lucario. Get a little closer. Do that. Get the Pecharunt in play here. Well, Night Stretcher for the Magmar. Or Magmortar, sorry. We're gonna go big. Let's go big. Promote that. And let's just attack. put up the Pecharunt here. And we'll get the damage, the knockout with the poison and the burn. At least we'll get down to 2 prizes. So if they have boss, they can just use the first attack and get game, to be honest. Yeah, that's all they're gonna do. No need to go through the nullifying 0 and trying to go on the coin flip. But it was close. The fact that we're able to kind of keep up with the pace, pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive for me. So we'll take that, but yeah, the more or less is more consistent I thought this deck would be, so I'm happy with how I built it. Obviously, I can work on the optimization of this, but this is pretty good. So, I'm not mad about this defeat. It's just that's a pretty strong deck, and honestly, I would see this in regionals going forward. I'm glad we have a special conditions deck in this format. You know me, I love playing my poison decks. I was very big with the Brute Bonnet engine when that was around, but now that was rotated, Salazzle's kind of taken up that mantle and running with it. Is this the best way of playing? No, the 100 damage isn't hitting enough. Yeah, I can get up to 230, 240 with the modifiers of Magmortar, with Pecharunt, with Perilous Jungle. But end of the day, we're still in a very kind of fast format where you need a one-shot, unless you can play from behind. But with 100 damage plus the status conditions, we're not there yet. We have to be very aggressive and try to take the first KO, and really first couple KOs, in order to have a shot with this deck. I do like how we can use the status conditions to go around Unfair Stamp and go around the flip the script on Fezandipiti EX. However, there's too many cards that prevent effects of attack, like the new Rock Energy, Battle Cage prevents stuff like that. It's just very hard to play around with. This is a fun, I will say, local deck if you're just playing casually, or even you may get some wins at a challenge. Anything above that, I wouldn't recommend. I like the Meowth. I'm still getting used to playing a card like Meowth in this format. Right now, I feel like it's just a liability, but I get it. We need it to grab the boss, the Lilies, the Crispin whenever we need it. So I'm still getting used to this type of card. Honestly, I like the Waitress. This was something I just added off in a whim, just trying to power up the Salazzle in one shot, and it did work. And I like having the Dark Energy because I was able to attack with Poison Chain a lot, either in this video or my testing, just to get poison damage off. Again, I'm sure there's a way to make this a little more optimized. It's just with the amount of pieces needed to get this deck moving, it's very hard. Not sure if our Unfair Stamp is the A-spec of choice for this deck. I didn't even use it at all in this video. If I did, it was maybe once. Secret Box may be better. Prime Catcher may be better. Honestly, Dangerous Laser may be a fun inclusion. We don't really see that card, and it kind of fits with the status condition effect of this deck. I'll still work on this. I may try to find a way to make this more optimal. If I honestly find a better solution, we'll post it in the comments below, or I may make another video and show how I can get this to work again. Again, it is fun. The consistency is there for what my liking. It's more of we just don't do enough damage to really end the game off well. But with all that being said, it's a fun deck. Let us know what you think of it, what changes you would think, because obviously I'm one person. I see this deck in a certain way, and I may need your eyes. I need your opinions to help me get this better. So if you really want to see this really shine, let us know. Post in the comments what you will add, what you will take away, and let's make Salazzle a good deck. Let's make this something that you can take at a challenge and win. But yeah, let us know in the comments. Again, if you made it this far and you haven't subscribed to our channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button. We do release videos every Tuesday and Friday. We have a bunch of ideas going on. I started a series about how you can create a new account from scratch. Let me know if you want to see the continuation from that. We have a bunch of other decks that we want to play with, that we're experimenting with, so let us know what you would like to see as well. But yeah, thank you all for watching the Rogue Deck Chronicles and with this video featuring Salazzle EX. And as always, have fun playing those sneaky decks. See you guys.